Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to go ahead and do a quick review on Decal Girl skins. They're freaking amazing from my experience with it so far. They have skins for practically everything, from gaming devices, tablets, phones, controllers. It's crazy. I was looking for a skin for my new 3DS. I needed something that would go aesthetically well with the new 3DS all red color. I mean, just scouring through, I mean, I came by a couple of options, but none of them really had a skin that would cover the majority of the surface area of my 3DS. So I came across some reviews for Decal Girls, and of course, I felt instantly fell in love with what they had. The reviews are all positive. I've yet to see a negative one. And a really great feature is the fact that you can come in here and do a customized one. So here's my new 3DS, and of course, the skin came in the mail absolutely quick. I think I waited 3 days, maybe four tops. Uh, well quality, high quality res print. It's got a nice matte finish to it. It's all slick and stuff, so it feels really great in your hands. They did an amazing job with the cutouts and stuff. The only thing that I noticed is that maybe the printer was off just a tiny bit. Is it is slightly slanted, but it didn't really make that big of a difference when you're putting it on the 3DS. Um, it itself has a like as you can see here, it has a lot of pieces, so you can cover buttons and things like that. I chose not to cover the buttons. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to with it. It does come with great detailed instructions, but like anytime you're putting a skin on a device or even a skin protector, all the rules stay the same. Make sure you clean the device, you get you the proper tools, make sure you got an adequate workspace, and you wash your hands because grease and dust is your number one enemy when messing with adhesive. Now, the adhesive on these stickers are really well. Um, Tools you want to have. I use a fork for the most part, as far as rolling lint or crumbs or whatever may ridiculously find its way onto the adhesive. A plastic fork works really well. And then, of course, you want some kind of pointed tool. It's good to use a plastic one. I just had my solder tool with me, so I went on ahead and used it. And when you're putting this on there, it's good to. They even instruct you in there to start from the side. I kind of went with the holes that you find on there. For example, when you do the top, line it from the camera, and it really wasn't that difficult of a job. It took me, like I said, about 30 minutes to get through it. The only part that I had the most difficult with was the piece on the front with the or the inside with the screen. I had to keep lifting it. And that's the only part that the slanted printout actually gave me some difficulty of trying to get, because you can see one side I got the speakers uncovered, the other side it's a little bit off, and again that's just because of the slant. But aside from that, everything fits really well. And it gives the DS a really nice feel. I love how it goes with the redness of my DS. I highly suggest this to anyone who decides they want to get a skin for any of their devices. I'm actually thinking about going back and getting one for my iPhone next. um, Only thing that I could ask for is if they would print the bottom pieces just a little bit further instead of cutting them off where they do, where the D-pad and stuff is. When you're holding it in your hand, you can kind of feel it. So that's my review. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, and I'll have a follow-up in a little bit.